What's going on, everybody? I'm Patrick from POWLAX, and this video is an excerpt of the man down defenses video. And in this video, we're going to be talking about what we want to think about and how we want to take face-offs when we're man down. Before we get started, make sure to check out the brand new POWLAX and POWLAXmastercoach.com, where you can download and print the playbook PDFs that accompany over 50 POWLAX videos by becoming a member and supporting this channel. The new site has been streamlined to make navigating, watching, supporting, and downloading the POWLAX content simple and straightforward. We also broadened our membership categories to allow annual and program-wide memberships. Also, make sure to check out the POWLAX Teespring store, where you can get POWLAX hoodies, t-shirts, tank tops, mugs, even phone cases, and you can customize them to fit your team's colorway. Finally, make sure to like, subscribe, and follow POWLAX on all these social media sites. Now let's get back to the video. In the final portion of this video, we're going to talk about what we're going to do on a face-off if we are man down. Now, this is going to happen in the event that there is a penalty, a personal foul, not a technical foul, and a goal is scored. If it's a technical, the goal will wipe it out. If it's a personal, we're going to face off. Now, if there's a penalty after the play is blown dead, they're just going to get the ball. Don't need to worry about it. But so, in the event that we have a face-off man down, the first thing we have to discuss is personnel. If we have a face-off player who is winning, put him on the field. If he feels he can win the ball, put him on the field. Hopefully we'll win it, hopefully. And then if we do have that player and he can win the ball, we want to make sure that our attackmen are ready to pop to the sideline, catch the ball, run to X, use up as much time as possible by playing keep away from the defensive end, and then we'll kill the penalty that way. Now, if we don't have a face-off man who we know can win, we want to make sure that whoever's taking the face-off is someone who we don't feel is a liability on the defensive end in our man-down sets. And so, for me, I like to have an LSM actually take the face-off here because I like the LSM's reach, and as the ball comes out, I like that they're able to make a check. Who knows what the new face-off rules are going to have an effect on this? Because if we don't have an LSM that I feel comfortable, who's going to just kind of stand up, wait to see the ball, and make a check, then I'll have a defensive midi who I feel is most athletic and can just win the ball, which I think is what the new face-off rules are going to promote, because now that players can't really clamp and they're just kind of pulling the ball out, I feel like it's going to be a lot more just ground ball play versus someone who can face off and win the ball every single time like a TD Ierland and a Trevor Baptiste. The final part we want to discuss is where are we going to line up. Now, I like to have my players line up on the wing, on the pull side wing of the opposing team, which means if this is our opposing face-off man, we want him to be to the left side of the face-off player because that's where he's naturally going to pull the ball to. And the reason is because I feel that it's more difficult to pull to the offside wing, which is to the right, than it is to pull it to your natural kind of pull side. And so by lining up on this side, we are at least kind of taking away the possibility if he pulls it to the wrong spot, we could have a play on the ball. But more than that, what the other team is going to try to do is they're going to try to pull the ball to the wide open player, right? Why wouldn't they? Now, if we line up on the off pull side, on the offside, they're going to pull it naturally to their player. Whereas if we at least line up on the pull side, we're kind of deterring them to make a harder pull. Now, whether that's going to matter if you're going to lose the face-off or not, it all kind of just depends on the situation. But I like to be in the defensive end on the pull side of our opponent if I feel that we are probably going to lose or might lose that face-off. Once the face-off happens, if they look like they're going to pick it up relatively easily, we can contest it for a minute, but then we just got to get in and make sure we are playing man-down defense in a way where we are not giving up unnecessary transition. But overall, the idea is if we think we might lose it, let's make sure we can at least get in to play man-down defense. If we think we can win it, we can try and have our face-off player out there. But overall, I do recommend making sure that your face-off players and your defensive midfielders all know how to play man-down defense. If you don't have that time, make sure you put out someone who is a competent man-down defensive player. In this clip, Richmond is facing off man down against Duke. Now, Richmond is not going to put some other random player on the faceoff, but for some youth and high school teams, that may be the best option. The other thing you'll notice is that Richmond did put their pull on the pull side wing of Duke, which incentivized Duke to pull toward the offside wing at the top of the field. as Duke pulled the ball to the offside wing, the faceoff man does make a play on the ball, and it does end up in a bit of a scrum, but Duke ultimately comes out with it. Now, as Duke carries in to Richmond's defensive end and the man down, you'll notice that the faceoff man does run off of the field. Now, in the event that you are using your faceoff personnel, this should be something that you've already taught them as far as how to sub on the defensive personnel and to marry the other faceoff man to sub in the other player. But it's important to realize that if the other team is trying to push some kind of transition, you're going to give up a pretty good transition opportunity by pulling your faceoff man off of the field with their faceoff man. You're already down a man, and now you're giving up a transition opportunity rather than just a man down settled opportunity. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Definitely let me know what you guys thought down in the comments section. I hope that after watching this, you feel more competent about how you understand man down defense and feel that you can make the best decision for your team. Make sure to check out the brand new POWLAXmastercoach.com, where you can now watch, support, and download all of the POWLAX content. We're kind of getting away from the Patreon third-party stuff. I built an entire website dedicated to all of the POWLAX content that you can now actually support for $5 a month and download all of the content in a much easier to navigate and view way. So definitely check out POWLAXmastercoach.com. Also, if you'd like to support the channel, check out the POWLAX Teespring store, where you can buy a bunch of POWLAX merch and show your support in your local community. Finally, make sure to follow POWLAX on all types of social media. We've got a TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. We like to post at least once a day, maybe twice. Sometimes we kind of miss a day here or there, either way. But so make sure to follow us on all of social media to stay involved. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a good one. I'll see you guys in the next one.